I've got my little cup of coffee here. Hey guys, welcome back to today's video from MB's Hamsters. And today, me and Angel are going to give you some tips on how to convince your parents for a hamster. So, a big mistake kids make when they ask their parents for a hamster is they literally just go up to their parents and say, "Mom, Dad, I want a hamster." And their parents are like, "No, you can't get a hamster. We didn't know you wanted a hamster." And then they just whine and whine and whine, and they never end up with a hamster. So in this video, I am going to show you guys today how to convince your parents to get you a hamster. I guess this video won't be with me and Angel because she wants to go back, don't you? Say bye. Say bye to the camera. Come on, let's go. So generally, if you just straight up ask your parents, "Can I get a hamster?" they're most likely not going to say yes because they don't really want you to have this pet. Most parents aren't just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, great, let's go get a hamster." If you just ask them straight out of the blue, "Can I get a hamster?" a lot of parents are not going to just say, "Yeah, that's great, let's go get a hamster." So this video is going to give you tips on how to properly ask your parents for a hamster and how to prove that to your parents that you are responsible enough to own a hamster. So a lot of parents are going to ask you, how are you going to make the money for this hamster? And this is something that you need to figure out. You need to be able to have money for your hamster. So if you can get a babysitting job, or if you can get a paper route, or something that will help pay for your hamster, that is a very good idea. I know I babysat for most of the time for Angel. When I first got Angel, I made the money through babysitting, and that worked for me. So just make sure you have something that can help pay for your hamster, because most likely your parents aren't going to be happy to pay for this new hamster. So remember that this is your complete responsibility, and you should be able to pay for your new hamster. So just keep that in mind. If you can't raise the money or the funds for your hamster, then it is not a good idea to get a hamster, because you do not want them to be rejected or abandoned. Tip number 2 that I have is maybe to keep a binder of some sort that has all of the proper care, how to care for a hamster, how to properly, like all the cage sizes. Maybe have a binder that says something about like the bare minimum, and how IKEA detox are good, and bin cages, and just have a binder full of everything you've learned about hamster care, and to prove to your parents that you do know how to care for this hamster and it is not going to be abandoned or rejected. So you do need to prove to your parents that you are responsible enough to own a hamster. Do all of your chores if you have chores. Help with your parents around the house. If you could go wash your parents' car, or if you could dust off the shelves in your house, or something that your parents would like, to just prove that you are responsible enough for this hamster and you won't forget about them. I do also know that a good thing to tell your parents is that you are not going to be purchasing this hamster from a pet store, but you are going to be rescuing one. You're going to be rescuing an abandoned hamster that needs a home, and this also is a very good thing to tell your parents, is that you are not going to be you're going to be rescuing a hamster that needs a home, and you are not going to be going and getting a hamster that already has a home. So just tell them that you are going to be rehoming an abandoned hamster, and generally that'll just That's just better than saying I'm gonna go buy some hamster from the pet store. Rescuing a hamster is a lot better, and I actually recommend that for even people that aren't trying to convince their parents for a hamster. Just adopt, don't shop. That is the best way to get a hamster, is to adopt them and rescue them. Also, another very important point is that you should be having good grades in school. I know a lot of kids don't like school, but if you are failing in certain classes and you're slacking off in school, that is not going to show your parents that you're responsible enough for a hamster, and they're most likely going to be like, well, you slacked off in school, how do I know you are going to care for this hamster? Getting good grades does show that you are responsible enough for a hamster. So make sure that you do have good grades before you even go and ask for a hamster. Just say that, start getting good grades and start studying for tests and all that, just to show your parents that you're responsible in school, so you can be responsible with a new hamster. I know also a good thing is to list the pros and cons, and then figure out how you can fix the cons. So the pros would obviously be to have a cute hamster. It would teach responsibility. It would be a nice friend to have. It would be fun to care for and all that. And then the cons would be money and time and space and whatever. And then you can list beside that how to fix it. So for money, I'm gonna get a babysitting job, for example. For space, I have space in my bedroom on this certain wall where I can fit a bin cage, IKEA detoffer, or whatever. And then time, you can say, after school, I won't hang out with friends, I'll come home and care for my hamster. So that is just an example of fixing the cons and just making the pros really good, and listing as many pros as you can think of and as many cons as you can think of, and then correcting the cons and how to fix them. So I hope this video has helped anyone who is looking into getting a hamster and just needs to convince their parents that they are responsible enough. You can follow us on Instagram at mbspets, and you can go check out our website, thesniffinghamster.com, and I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye, guys!